Hey, what's up? Alex here. Here are two new robot vacuums that I believe have not been released in the US market yet, so you won't find many reviews of them on YouTube. The Mova Z50 Ultra and the Dreame Aqua 10 Pro Track. Both of these robot vacuums are using the track roller mop design, which is different from those round roller mops from Switchboard, Eufy, and Ecovacs. According to them, the flat roller mop has more contact to the floor and better weight distribution. So as always, I'm going to share my unbiased review of these two robot vacuums. Full disclaimer, both of them are sent over to me to test, but I have the freedom to say anything I want about them. So the Mova Z50 is released earlier. Many of you might not be familiar with this brand as it's considered a new player coming into the vacuum scene around late last year. When I visited CES in Vegas this year, they had quite a big booth set up there, and this Z50 caught my attention as it's one of the two robot vacuum announced that is using such a track type roller mop. Okay, another fun fact that people don't know about this is Mova is actually a sister company of Dreame. And it's pretty obvious when you download their app, you see the UI interface and the settings. Another thing you can tell is the main brush used for the Z50. This brush looks exactly like the anti-tangle tri-cut brush that you can purchase separately during the Dreame X30 period. And actually, I find this tri-cut brush really very effective and I like this a lot. So I'm quite upset that Dreame stopped using this after the X30. In terms of corners and edge mopping, they are using this small round mopping pad attached to the side. This is similar to the ones used on Roborock Saros 10, just that this is magnetically attached like those spinning mop pads. The side brush is extendable for corners, which is good. For the base station, I think the design looks a bit like the Roborock S7 Max V Ultra, quite similar concept. On the left is the clean water tank. Underneath it is where you can put in its proprietary detergent refill. Middle is the dirty water tank. One thing to mention is the capacity of their water tanks is huge. Then on the right is where you can find the dust bag. Washboard itself, you can remove the whole thing and wash it, very convenient. So that's all on the hardware for the Mova Z50. Okay, next is the Dreame Aqua 10 Pro Track. Going back to CES early this year, Dreame's booth never showcases and talks about this model at all. The focus is on their X50 model, showcasing its climbing feature, and another highlight at their booth is for another robot vacuum model that has that robotic arm that's able to pick up objects and change its attachment. And if I remember correctly, I asked whether they have plans to release a roller mop type of robot this year. And the answer I've gotten is no. So I'm actually quite surprised that they released this Aqua 10 out of nowhere. Similarly, this is using the track type roller mop, but this can be extended out for edge mopping, which is similar to the Ecovacs X8 I reviewed previously. So for the main brush, Dreame is now using this dual brush design, one rubber brush and the other is a rubber plus bristle brush. I'm not a fan of this. For the side brush, same thing, able to extend out at the corners. For the base station, it has more or less the same design concept as the X50 lineup. Open up the top cover is your clean and dirty water tank, standard size. Below compartment, simply pull out the cover and inside is a dust bag. To the side is the detergent compartment. This time, very interestingly, you can put two different types of solution. One is a standard normal floor cleaning and the other one is specially for pet homes. The pet solution is able to remove the odor caused from pet waste or pet urine. For the washboard area, I am surprised that they went with a design that is not able to take the whole thing out to wash. Instead, in the app, you can initiate the cleaning of the washboard manually. For the Mova Z50, I've been using it since mid-April, so at least 3 months already. For the Dreame Aqua 10, I only got it around mid-June, but trust me, I've been actively testing this because there are so many issues in the first few weeks. To a point, I almost wanted to give up already and return this. But because every 1 to 2 weeks there's a new firmware update, and after every update, I can see some improvements. So as of making this video on 26th of June, I'm going to cut the crap, go straight to the point, and share my experience, the pros and cons using these two models. In terms of water consumption, the Dreame Aqua 10 uses up more than half a tank after one cleaning session. Since I didn't have the water piping kit installed, I have to manually refill and pour away the dirty water tank every time before the next run. Compare this to the Mova Z50, the difference in water consumption is huge. Before cleaning, the water level is around here. After one session, it's now here. At this rate, this can last for about a week for me. Okay, so basically you can install the piping kit for the Dreame Aqua 10. Water consumption is high. The Mova Z50 does not have the option to install the piping kit. Water consumption is low. In terms of noise level, the Z50 is pretty loud compared to the Aqua 10. Here is the noise coming from the Z50. Before I let you hear the noise from the Dreame Aqua 10, remember one of the complaints I have with the EcoVacs X8 is the sound made when it's extending and retracting the roller mop. Now pay attention to that for the Dreame Aqua 10. In terms of cleaning performance, is the track roller mop design better? I can't really tell how much it affects the cleaning performance, as I think that there are other contributing factors as well. But one thing for sure is it's way better than the spinning mop pads. The after cleaning effect you feel on your feet is very different. That I can easily tell. The edge mopping for the Z50 does the job. I wouldn't say it's very good because after all, it's still just a small round pad at the side. The Aqua 10 is better in this aspect, although I find that it would be better if it could speed up the part where it's extending out the mop. For maintenance, like I said earlier, I prefer the old tri-cut brush, which is what the Z50 is using. You can see it really works. There are no hair strands around, only a bit of dirt clogged at the side. For the Aqua 10, as and when I will find such entangled hair clumped together, there was once I even found one on my floor. And you see the vent where it does the suction to empty the bin. There are also some dog fur stuck here. When it comes to cleaning the washboard, the Z50 one allows me to just take it out and wash it thoroughly. I think manually cleaning this is the best because dirt will kind of stick onto the washboard and you have to use the brush to clean it. For the Aqua 10, you have to manually initiate the cleaning on the app. So what it does is, it uses the roller mop on the robot vacuum to clean the washboard first. After that, the robot vacuum will move out of the station. Then you can take the brush to clean it for the second round. Once done, go back to the app to complete the cleaning. The robot vacuum will then move back to the station, wash the mop pad, and then start the drying process. I find this a bit tedious compared to the Z50. Another point about maintenance is if you are using cleaning solution, then the Aqua 10 way of pouring the solution into a container is more cost efficient and eco-friendly. I dislike the Z50 way where you have to keep purchasing their own refill. Okay, lastly is my personal experience and opinion using these two robot vacuums daily over this period of time. Looking at the way the Dreame Aqua 10 navigates during the cleaning process does not give me good confidence. Although it's much better now after multiple firmware updates, it feels like a rush product. A little over-engineered, especially the obstacle crossing. I hope that I have the option to totally turn that off. The Mova Z50 on the other hand gives me the feeling that I am back to the older Dreame tech used on the L20 and X30, very stable and reliable. At first initially, I had the issue where it kept making a squirky sound. I'm guessing from the roller mop. It may be a batch production issue, I'm not sure, but after Mova sent over a replacement of the mop, it's alright now. Very satisfied with the cleaning, and I also love that it consumes just a small amount of water. Overall, to conclude, I would just say again that the era of spinning mop pads is over for me. If you are considering to buy a robot vacuum now, please consider the ones with a roller mop design. As of today, the Mova Z50 is my best robot vacuum for 2025, especially when its price is going cheaper than the other flagship models. I think it's very good value, unless you need the obstacle climbing feature or you want to connect to the water pipes. The only potential challenger to the Z50 will be the narrow flow, which I believe has not been released anywhere yet. The other one is the EcoVacs X9, which has already been released in the US market, while in Singapore we will probably have to wait till around September to October. Apparently, it has gotten very positive reviews from the US channels, so I will definitely keep an eye on that. Thanks for watching. I hope you find this useful. I've tagged the products if you are interested in getting them. See you in the next one. Bye.